Hello everyone and welcome back Gaming with Priesty. Newcastle Jets in the Premier League. We open up today's episode, the third one of the season. We get an offer for Henrik Olsen from Chelsea. We refuse the initial offer. We come back. We want 38 mil if they want the Super Swede. And they are not interested. Thomas Tuchel says no, thank you. We also get an offer for the Romanian international job, but that's not something I'm really interested in. Our first game of the episode is against Preston, who we came up with from the championship last season. So this is a game where we really want to get all 3 points. They've come up season before last. They were relegated, and then they were obviously in the championship with us last season, and they've come back up again. And they're doing really nicely in this save, Preston, but I think they're going to struggle to stay up again this season. We do take an early lead there with Jacob Ramsey, kick-starts the motorbike and off he goes, and it's really good to see. We've actually started the season reasonably well in the Premier League, forcing another save from Gillespie there in goals, and Jets just dominated the opening half so far. Olsen gets in behind there, he puts one over the top. Really need to double this lead. They can't create that many chances and miss them, as you know. Gillespie comes up with another big save. This time Lacazette one-on-one right on half-time. Preston done absolutely nothing. I think I got done enough to win that ball, but I haven't. Luckily, the Preston player skies it over the top of the bar. Early in the second half, Barrios would charge into the box, and he would make no mistake this time. So early into the second half, we've doubled our lead 2-0, quite deservedly, I'd say. We had nearly all the opportunities in the first half. We're not going to sit back and wait for Preston to get back in the game. We're going to push forward, and Lacazette would have another chance. He couldn't quite get the ball out from under his feet. And then you see Vieto there had one final chance to get Preston back into the game, and he would sky it as well. So we rode our luck a little bit. A 2-0 victory. Not going to complain, and we're not going to give the 3 points back to what could be a relegation rival, that's for sure. Early season, possible 6-pointer right there. We move into the next game of the episode away at Carrow Road against Norwich, the Canaries. They obviously won the championship last year. Had a really slow start to the championship last season, but ended up winning it quite comfortably. You can see there they've picked up Rodrigo Muniz from Fulham, big transfer for the Canaries. You know, he caused us fair few problems last season with Fulham, although we were able to overturn Fulham in that playoff final. It is another important game for us. We're looking to pick up all 3 points again here, but see here early in the game, Delaney wins the ball and give it into the midfield. We try and play back to Delaney. He gets picked off, and Miranchuk here, he does some nice work, holds the ball up well, and that man Rodrigo Muniz, he would punish it. I mean, we don't want to give away the ball like that because we know we're just going to get punished in the Premier League. But I mean, it's a pretty classy finish that we can't complain too much about it. We move a little bit further into the game. Barrios here, he's had a great start to the season. He would level things up. Beautiful finish there on the left foot. And then 10 minutes remaining in the half. You can see we've rotated the squad a little bit here, and Mitchell would have a beautiful shot on goal. The goalie would come up with a nice save once again, and we just get carved open. There's some beautiful footwork there, but we're lucky Hugo Lloris in goal comes up with a big save. So the score would remain 1-1 at half time. moving to the second half here. The ball kindly drops to McKinley, who can't capitalise, and then it'd be Laird who'd push into the box, and he'd have another really good chance, but it'd go straight at the goalkeeper, and then Lloris would come up with another really important save with around 20 minutes remaining, but Laird would pick the ball up, and he wouldn't be able to find a pass. The ball would get pinched. Muniz hold the ball up nicely. Beautiful finish there. And Morrow Jr. would make us pay. And we move late into the game here. Ingham, he maybe could have cut that back, but he decides to go for goal. Can't capitalise. And we have one final chance to find the equaliser here. Taggart would blast over on the volley. But then Stubbs here, actually late in the game, he would find equaliser in added time. Stubbs out of the youth academy. You know, we're not adverse to playing the kids at the Newcastle Jets, giving them some time. If we can't find them time in the first team, we try and get him out on loan. But he scores a really nice goal for a 2-2 draw against Norwich at Carrow Road. So, like I said, I think we're still undefeated in the league so far this season. 5 or 6 games in, and it's hard to complain about that. Yeah, 5 games in, 2 wins, 3 draws, 9 points. Really good start. Super happy with that. Can't really complain. You see, a full 8 points in front of Newcastle United in 18th. So, you know, we can remain, keep that kind of buffer in front of the relegation zone. We're going to have no problems. And we get an offer for Giles from Cagliari for around 13.5. I think we asked for about 16.5, and immediately they accept. So maybe we could have asked for a little bit more, but you know, we're not using him. I think he's a right winger by trade, and he just doesn't fit into the shape that we're using, unfortunately. So we'll just sell him on, make a little bit of profit. Hopefully he can go on and have a nice career as we move in to the next game of the episode in the Carabao Cup against Sunderland. We know Sunderland, they got relegated. Or did they get relegated? They were in the championship last season. I remember they were down the bottom of the table for the majority of the season, the Black Cats. A bit of a derby for us. Open up the game, and you know, I was really confident in this game, and Mitchell gets us off to a super start here, stirring the pot after 7 minutes, taking 1-0 lead, and yeah, I was really confident in this game. I feel like I played some really good ball. Caesar here storms down the wing and just doesn't have too many options, so he just slams it at the goal, and Burge in the Sunderland goal. He'd be really disappointed with that he couldn't do better. You know, it's at the near stick. He gets both hands to it, but you'll see here on the replay, he just bats it straight into the goal. Super disappointing for the goalie not to do better. He just kind of leaves enough space at the near stick, kind of catches the underside of his palm, and it goes in. Sunderland wouldn't go away. You know, they're not going to give up. Fortunately, that shot goes straight at Thomas. When we push forward, looking for a third here, Laird charges into the box. This time, Burge does a lot better, comes up with the save at the near stick from the corner. Oh, bam, down. I've had a shocker. Yeah, Andrew has a beautiful header there, scores 3-0, and you know, Sunderland, we know they're not going to go away. I mean, check out that pass. That's a beautiful pass. And some nice footwork in the box there. And a nice finish there to make the score 3-1. But it was never in doubt here. In added time, they have one final chance to go straight at Lawrence Thomas, debutising in goal. We run out pretty comfortable 3-1 winners. And once again we're having a nice little run at the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we'll be able to kick on, and this is probably of the three trophies that are available to us this year: Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the Premier League. Well, we're not going to win the Premier League. We made the final of the FA Cup last season. We ran Chelsea pretty close. But I think the Carabao Cup, if there's one trophy we can win this season, could definitely see us winning the Carabao Cup as we move in towards the next game of the episode, and it's the final game of the episode against Burnley. We have the pre-match press conference, and they've been an unlucky thing for us in the past. Hopefully won't cause us too much bad luck this time. But I said it before, the start of the games here in the Premier League, just the teams just come out full pelt. I mean, if they get the kickoff, you can't even get the ball off them, and you see there, that's a beautiful play there by Burnley. Nice 1-2 there. They just carve us to shreds there, and Diego Lopez gives them a lead only around 4 or 5 minutes into the game. Here's that man, Barrios. He's had an epic start to the season. Ed Cause, good save there from the Burnley goalkeeper. And then here, once again, we have another really good chance. Barrios, that man again, on the volley. And then here, could have been controversial. Ramsey having a shot while Taylor's down on the ground, but it goes directly out the keeper and out for a goal kick. For a corner. So Peacock, Farrell in the Burnley goals, saves a little bit of hassle, but Olsen here, nice finish on the stroke of half time, bring us back into the game, 1-1, as we look to keep that undefeated streak alive. And then Barrios here holds the ball up beautifully, plays a great ball. That's fantastic. He sees Ramsey. The movement there is so good, and Ramsey slams it into the back of the net. 56 minutes into the game, and are we heading for another 3 points here? That would be so good. 83 minutes into the game, we see we're heading down the left wing here. We play to Taggart's feet, and Ramsey again. What a beautiful goal that is, and we are 3-1 up, and surely the 3 points are coming home with us here. You see Burnley in added time would have a chance off the corner, but they couldn't take it. So that's 3-1. Couple of really important wins and a nice point that we're not going to say no to, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.